What if Furiosa wasn't kidnapped as a child? What if Furiosa had never been torn from her home as a child, never forced to grow up in the harsh and brutal world of the Citadel? What if, instead of being stolen away, she had remained in the green place, growing up among the many mothers, nurtured by the lush land, and guided by their wisdom? In this alternate timeline, Furiosa's life takes a vastly different path. Without the trauma of her abduction, she becomes a leader and protector of the green place, a thriving oasis in the midst of a barren wasteland. The green place, under her care, flourishes, its fertile soil yielding abundant crops, its people living in harmony with the earth. Furiosa, no longer a product of violence and captivity, is shaped by the teachings of the many mothers, who impart to her the knowledge of the land and the importance of unity and compassion. As she grows older, Furiosa becomes a warrior in her own right, not out of necessity but out of a desire to protect her home. She trains with the many mothers, mastering the art of combat, not just with weapons but with strategy and diplomacy. Her reputation as a fierce and wise leader spreads throughout the wasteland, and the green place becomes a beacon of hope for those lost in the desolate world. But peace is never guaranteed in a land as harsh as this. Far away in the Citadel, Immortan Joe hears tales of the green place's prosperity. Envious and greedy, he becomes obsessed with the idea of conquering it, adding its resources to his ever-growing empire. His war parties begin to raid the outskirts of the green place, testing its defenses, searching for weaknesses. Furiosa, seeing the looming threat, rallies her people. She forms alliances with nearby tribes, sharing the bounty of the green place in exchange for their aid. The many mothers, too, prepare for war, ready to defend their home at all costs. It is in this time of great tension that a wanderer appears, a man with no name, a drifter who has seen the worst of the wasteland. Max, weary and broken from his own battles, stumbles upon the green place, seeking nothing more than a brief respite. But Furiosa, ever watchful, is wary of this stranger. She has no reason to trust him, yet something in his eyes speaks of pain and loss that mirrors her own. Max, drawn into the brewing conflict, offers his help, though he expects nothing in return. He sees in Furiosa a leader worth fighting for, a cause worth dying for. Together, they begin to forge a plan to stop Immortan Joe once and for all, not just to defend the green place, but to end the cycle of tyranny and oppression that has gripped the wasteland for so long. As Immortan Joe's forces close in, the final battle looms on the horizon. Furiosa, with Max by her side, prepares to face an enemy unlike any she has encountered before. The fate of the green place, and perhaps the entire wasteland, hangs in the balance. In this alternate world, Furiosa's story is not one of reclaiming what was lost, but of protecting what she has always had. The green place becomes her legacy, a symbol of hope and resistance in a world that has forgotten both. And Max, once again, finds himself a part of something larger than his own survival, a chance to make a difference in a world that desperately needs it. Before we proceed to the thrilling movie, I would like to introduce NordVPN. Are you tired of worrying about your online privacy? With NordVPN, you can browse the web safely and securely. And guess what? By clicking the link in the description, you'll get an exclusive 72% off your subscription. That's right, 72% off. Don't miss out on this limited-time offer. Protect your data, stay anonymous, and enjoy the internet without any restrictions. Click the link now and take control of your online security with NordVPN. Hurry, this deal won't last forever. Here are some fan theories based on the Furiosa. A Mad Max saga. 1. Furiosa's origin as a wasteland goddess. Theory. Furiosa's origins in the green place are more mystical than they appear. Some fans speculate that Furiosa might be a reincarnation of an ancient wasteland goddess, symbolizing the Earth's resilience and the hope of regeneration. Her connection to the green place, her leadership, and her exceptional combat abilities hint at something otherworldly, suggesting that her destiny is tied to the very survival of the wasteland. 2. Max as Furiosa's guardian angel. Theory. This theory suggests that Max isn't just a drifter who happens to cross paths with Furiosa, but is in fact a guardian angel or supernatural figure. In this theory, Max is sent by the Wasteland itself to protect key figures, like Furiosa, who are destined to bring change to the world. His timely arrival in her life and his uncanny ability to survive against all odds are signs that he's more than just a man. He's a protector destined to guide and support the Wasteland's chosen leaders. 3. Immortan Joe's obsession with the Green Place is personal theory. This theory posits that Immortan Joe has a personal vendetta against the Green Place, possibly because he was once rejected or exiled from there. Some fans believe that Joe's obsession isn't just about resources but about revenge. He may have a past connection to the Many Mothers, possibly as a former suitor or failed leader, which drives his need to destroy or control the Green Place. 4. The Green Place was once the Citadel theory. In this theory, the Green Place is actually the original site of the Citadel before it was corrupted and taken over by Immortan Joe. The Citadel's current location is merely a husk, while the Green Place represents what the Citadel used to be, a thriving green oasis. Furiosa's leadership and the Many Mothers' wisdom are what kept the Green Place from falling into ruin, unlike the Citadel, which fell to greed and corruption. 5. Furiosa and Max's connection is a time loop theory. Some fans speculate that Furiosa and Max are caught in a time loop where they are destined to meet in every timeline to battle against tyranny. The Wasteland's cyclical nature and the recurring themes of survival and rebellion suggest that their encounters are fated, happening over and over again in different versions of the world. Each time they play slightly different roles, but the outcome is always the same. They fight together against a great evil, attempting to change the course of the future. 6. The Many Mothers are descendants of a pre-apocalypse cult theory. This theory proposes that the Many Mothers are descendants of a pre-apocalypse group or cult that had foreseen the coming of the Wasteland. They preserved ancient knowledge and techniques to survive in the harsh environment, which is why the Green Place remains fertile and protected. Furiosa, raised in this environment, is the culmination of their teachings, and possibly the prophesied leader meant to guide the Wasteland into a new era. 7. The Green Place is a Mirage theory. A darker theory suggests that the Green Place is not real, but a shared hallucination or mirage experienced by Furiosa and her people. The Wasteland, known for its extreme conditions and psychological effects, might have created the illusion of a paradise to keep the survivors going. In reality, Furiosa is leading her people through a barren landscape, driven by the hope of reaching a place that might not exist. These fan theories add depth to the Mad Max universe and open up possibilities for even more complex narratives within Furiosa's story. Each theory offers a unique interpretation of the characters, setting, and themes, encouraging fans to think critically about the underlying mysteries of the Wasteland. What if Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, had interactive endings, allowing fans to influence the story's outcome? These choices would explore different conclusions based on Furiosa's decisions, highlighting themes of survival, leadership, and redemption in the harsh Mad Max world. 1. The Green Place's fate choice. Joe's forces have breached the Green Place, leaving Furiosa to decide between defending it or evacuating her people. Stay and fight. Furiosa leads a fierce defense against Immortan Joe, winning the battle but leaving the Green Place in ruins. This victory is bittersweet as Furiosa becomes a hero. Yet her home is lost, and the survivors face a new reality amid the wreckage. Evacuate. Furiosa chooses to lead her people through a hidden route to safety, sacrificing the Green Place to save lives. Though they escape, the loss of their sanctuary weighs heavily on her, planting seeds of hope for future resistance and potential reclamation of their home. 2. Max's destiny. Choice. Max decides whether to stay with Furiosa to help rebuild or continue his solitary journey in the Wasteland. Stay with Furiosa. Max becomes a vital part of the community's recovery, finding a rare sense of belonging and purpose. This ending offers Max a chance for redemption and peace, showing that even in a brutal world, new beginnings are possible. Leave alone. Max opts to continue his solitary journey, disappearing into the Wasteland. This choice aligns with his character as a drifter, emphasizing his role as a lone warrior, forever seeking redemption on the open road. 3. The Fate of Immortan Joe choice. Furiosa faces a crucial decision to kill Immortan Joe, or spare him. Kill him. Furiosa kills Joe, ending his tyranny but risking becoming a ruler who uses violence. While the Citadel is freed, Furiosa faces potential corruption and the challenge of leading a new society where power could corrupt her intentions. Spare him. By sparing Joe, Furiosa shows mercy, allowing the Citadel's people to put him on trial. This choice promotes a future of justice and hope, with the community beginning to rebuild on principles of fairness, though the path ahead remains uncertain. 4. The future of the Wasteland choice. After Joe's defeat, Furiosa decides whether to unite the tribes or let them go their own way. Furiosa unites the tribes into a coalition, beginning a new era of cooperation and survival. This path faces challenges from old rivalries, but offers hope for a unified future where the Wasteland might be transformed into a place of mutual support. Disband. Furiosa allows each tribe to govern itself, believing true freedom comes from autonomy. The tribes disperse, each forging its own path. This choice emphasizes individual freedom, but leaves the future of the Wasteland uncertain and fragmented. These interactive endings provide fans with varied perspectives on survival, leadership, and redemption, allowing for a rich exploration of the Mad Max universe and Furiosa's journey. What if Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, had a parody ending? In this comedic twist, Wasteland talent show, Furiosa hosts a talent show where mutants perform bizarre acts like fire dancing and scrap metal sculptures. The Wasteland comes together for a night of unexpected entertainment, celebrating creativity in the chaos. Wasteland Café. Furiosa opens a cafe in the Wasteland, serving quirky dishes like mystery meets surprise. It becomes a social hub where warlords and wanderers relax and bond over dubious coffee and oddball conversation. Fashion line launch. Furiosa starts a fashion line with salvaged materials, featuring outlandish outfits with giant shoulder pads and flashy accessories. A fashion show turns the Wasteland into a runway, with everyone embracing new, absurd trends. Peace treaty. Furiosa organizes a summit for a peace treaty with ridiculous clauses like mandatory hugs and compliment circles. The event is a comedic fiasco, bringing tribes together in a chaotic but humorous attempt at peace. This parody ending turns the serious world of Mad Max into a playful and absurd adventure,